Hi, and welcome to Pillow Talk with Angela. I'm Angela Stribling, and tonight we've got such an amazing woman on the show. I don't know if you've ever heard of an assisted living coach, but you're about to. Please welcome her. She's been doing her thing, and I can't wait to learn all about why she got into this industry. Ladies and gentlemen, Donzella Marie, the assisted living coach.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Fabulous.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm
Thank you.
so happy that you're here.
Thanks for
Welcome to the
having me.
show. Oh, you're
Thank
very
you.
welcome. So, I've heard about you and, just that you're going to be on OWN TV coming up pretty soon on one of their episodes. And I want to
Yes.
get into all of that. And
Okay.
this is Pillow Talk. And so it's all about relationships.
Okay.
So, we talk about just different things that affect, your relationship. And so what you're doing is, something that many of us, especially as we get older, we're becoming the parents as it
Right.
relates to our aging parents. And sometimes it can affect your relationships,
Relationship.
right?
Yes.
So I just wanted to ask you, just based on what you do, how have you seen, maybe aging parents having an effect on couples?
First, I want to say thank you for having me, Angela. And so I will say that sometimes your loved ones can have an effect on your relationship, especially when they're elderly and they have dementia or they have Alzheimer's and they're like children all over again. And, sometimes, especially if it's our mother, right? We're real close to our mothers or what have you. And we feel as though we need to spend more time or we have to gravitate or we have to make them our own, so we kind of tend to put our husbands or our boyfriends or our fiancés on the back burner, right? And then we give all our attention to our mothers. But
Hmm.
what we don't realize is that we are jeopardizing our relationships
Hmm.
because of us providing the love or giving the love to our loved ones. And we don't want them to have to, worry or be concerned about, no one loving them. So it's kind of like,
Right.
I think we feel as though our relationships, our husbands, our wives, or what have you, are always going to be there.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's what happens.
They
So,
need nurturing.
yes,
They need nurturing just like your mom, but that kind of puts you
it
that's a
does.
that's a hard position to be in,
Oh, it does.
right?
I've come across, situations where, husbands and wives plan on going on vacation, and then something comes up with their loved one, with their mother or father, and
Mm,
they just pump the brakes on the vacation, and the husband's like, "Wait a minute, what about me?
right.
How do I fit in? And also, I've come across where relationships are on the brink of breaking up because the focus is on the parent
The
or the
parent.
loved one.
Ooh, that's
Yeah,
rough.
it's
That's a
tough.
rough one. I mean,
It
because you're
is
saying you expect your spouse to understand, and I'm sure
to
they do,
understand
but after a
to a
certain
certain degree.
point,
Yeah.
yeah,
After a while, it's like, okay, now come on. So it
yeah,
gets
we
tough.
need some balance. And especially, I guess you add to that, what if the aging parent is living with you, which happens in a lot of
Oh,
cases.
it happens a lot. It happens
Yeah.
more than you could imagine. We don't want to, I guess I shouldn't say we, but sometimes family members are afraid or they feel guilty about putting their loved ones in an assisted living or, in a skilled
Right.
nursing facility. The guilt comes up for,
Especially our culture.
oh, absolutely.
We don't do
Absolutely.
that. Yeah.
We don't do it. But you know what? That's what we're here for. That's what assisted living facilities are here for, you to place your loved one in a residential home where they can have that home-like setting and it feels as if they're at their own home.
Yeah. I love that. And I love that we're talking about this because, as I said, typically, I mean, and for years, traditionally, Black people, it's an extended family,
Oh yeah,
grandma
absolutely.
comes and lives with us.
Yeah.
And, but, it is not the ideal situation, especially if you have a significant other.
Hmm.
And there are assisted living facilities that are not like you hear about, and
Right.
everybody's got a story. So before we get into that, I
Okay.
am so happy that we're having this conversation. And I want us to learn a little bit about you, Donzella. What made you decide to get into this? Why are you the assisted living coach?
Okay. So a little about me. I am originally from Allentown, Pennsylvania.
Oh,
Allentown. So I moved to Baltimore December, it'll be 13 years to be exact. And so I had a child at the tender age of 16. Go figure. And I so wanted my own life, right? My parents raised him, Justin, as their own. And so I kind of followed in my mom's footsteps. Whatever she said went, whatever she said goes, mothers are always right. And, when I turned 2021, I wanted to be my own self. And I felt as though she did not or would not allow me to. So I packed up and I moved to Baltimore. And, I
how
was
old were
always,
you?
oh God, I moved to Baltimore when I was 24-ish, 25,
Okay, so you're a
possibly.
baby. Yeah.
And so, yeah, or a little bit older. And so, no, I wasn't. I moved to Baltimore when I was 39. That's when I moved here.
Okay, you're a
But I
grown
was
woman.
still a baby because I never really experienced being out amongst,
Okay.
people that were a lot more mature, so I was pretty much under my mom's wing, so to speak.
Got it.
And so I moved here and somebody said, did you ever hear of assisted living? I'm like, what is that? What's assisted living? When you take care of people, and I'm like, no, thank you. I don't want to take care of anybody. And at that time, the world just like pretty much revolved around me. That's all I knew. And so he says to me, well, I'm going to take you over to a friend of mine's house who owns an assisted living. And I'm like, okay. We go over to her house and she has this grandiose home with these fabulous cars. And I'm like, tell me about assisted living. I want to hear this.
Thank you. Got my attention.
Yeah. So we walked inside her house and she had all these binders and all this paper on her table. And she's like, talking about assisted living. It's like, womp, womp. It's going one of my ears and out the other. I'm like, thank you, but no, thank you.
Yeah.
So after we leave the meeting, maybe 2 or 3 weeks later, he says to me, so what did you think about that meeting? I'm like, what meeting? He says, the assisted living meeting. I'm like, oh no, I'm not doing it. He's like, you are. I registered you for classes and they start tonight. I'm like, wait, what?
Huh?
Yeah, like literally they start tonight. And I'm like, oh my God. So at that time I'm working a 9 to 5 and I go through these classes or what have you. And I'm just like, this is not for me. So that's how I got into it. Someone literally threw me and picked me up and threw me in and said, you're going to do it. Yeah.
Wow. And it's that's such a random thing. I've never met anyone in the industry at all. But then when I learned about you, I was like, what a great thing and what a great niche. And especially because of so much negativity that people hear about.
Absolutely.
And to introduce it being done right, especially to our culture.
Yeah.
Right.
But
and
I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but a lot of times people don't understand really what an assisted living is. So basically, an assisted living is a home where elderly people live and they need assistance with their everyday activities of daily living. Bathing, assistance with bathing, dressing, and things like that. So they're not total care. They just cannot live alone. So that's when we come in.
So it's not a nursing home.
No. It's literally a home, a residential home that they can call their own. You could have a home that has 3 or 4 bedrooms and an individual may have a private room or they may share their own, but it's a residential home where they can feel comfortable and feel as though it's their home. That's the difference between that and a nursing home.
Oh, so does it have to be a large facility where there's more than one person living there, elderly person, or is it single? How does that work?
So I have one facility. It's a 12 license for 12 beds. So some people share bedrooms and some have single. It just all depends. There's different levels of care, meaning what do they need assistance with? What do they not need assistance with? So that's how you determine, pricing, and things like that.
That's such a good. And then, so, I mean, if someone is considering either having one of their own or having one of their parents or both of their parents live in a place like this, who cares for them? Are there nurses or who's in there?
Yeah. So what happens is prior to someone moving into an assisted living, I go out and do an assessment, okay, just to see, what their needs are. I normally do talk to the family members first, but you can't always believe what they tell you. So I
Right.
need to go lay my eyes on it myself. So
Yes.
go out, right, do an assessment, and then I'll say, okay, this is what they need assistance with. And then that's when you put the pricing into play. We have a staff or a caregiver, I should say, that's able to distribute medications to the residents, whoever needs medication management. They may assist them with bathing or dressing and things like that. So, you need to be a caregiver. You need to be able to
Yeah.
love and be able to just share, your love, to give it to someone.
I
Yeah.
love this. So, I mean, I went on your website, and
Okay.
first of all, there are a lot of parallels here. You're from Allentown, Pennsylvania. I'm from Buffalo, New York, which is not far at all
Okay.
from your hometown. Your
Right.
middle name is Marie. My middle
Marie.
name
Yep.
is Marie. But I went on your website and I was like, she is just, talk about a boss. You hear
Thank
that
you.
term a lot, but you are truly.
Thank
And
you.
you teach people, it's like a full-on academy, and you're
Yes.
teaching people who are interested how to do this. I mean, can you give us an idea? Hi, Marcella. Could you give us an idea of how that works? Let's say I'm interested in, starting my own assisted living
Sure.
place.
So the first thing that I normally do is I have a seminar. It's a information session where I give information for 2 hours, 2.5 hours. At the
Okay.
end of the session, you have the opportunity to move forward within my Assisted Living Coach Academy. That's where I teach you from start to finish, state specific. Now, when they're finished with the seminar, some people are like, thank you, but no thank you. I didn't know it entailed that much, or I'm ready to move forward, right?
Okay.
So if they decide to move forward, I put them through a 4-week intensive program. By the time you're finished with that 4 weeks, I can almost guarantee that you'll be ready to open your assisted living. Now, I say
Wow.
almost is because whatever it is that you put in is what you're going to get out of it. So if you
Right.
don't put anything in, you're not going to get anything out of it. I can
Yeah.
only do but so much.
So this is a full-on 4-week course
Oh
where
my
you
God.
pass or fail.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Have you
It's a
failed
lot.
it?
It's challenging.
Have you seen many people flunk out?
It's not for everybody.
Okay.
It's not for everybody. And a lot of
Yeah.
times people say, well, I took care of my grandmother. We all did. But,
Right.
it's not just about taking care of your grandmother or your grandfather.
Yeah.
Do you have the tools that you need? The administrative part of it, the smarts. I mean, the
Yeah.
common sense, the street smarts, you need it all. Not
Yeah.
just, I took care of my grandparents.
Right.
Entails so
It
much.
sounds like, I mean, it's such a great industry that you
Love
don't
it.
hear a whole lot about. I mean, you hear
Mhm.
about it when someone needs a facility like this, but
Right.
you don't
Mhm.
hear about it from the,
Here we go.
wow, this could be my career. And it's a great answer for someone who is looking to take care of their loved ones. Maybe they can have their own family in there along with,
Sure.
other people, and it's a great income. It's a great
Oh,
income.
it definitely. And people have to understand that this is an $83.2 billion business, right?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, absolutely.
Wait,
Seniors
what?
are
Say that again? 80.
$83.2 billion, right? So
Mhm.
yeah, I'm telling you. So seniors are living so much longer, and that's why these assisted living facilities are in demand. They're in demand, and again,
Yeah.
they're residential. So you could go past one of my homes and not even know it's an
Not
assisted
even know.
living. No,
Yeah.
it looks like a rancher.
Yeah. Which is good for someone who just doesn't want to come to terms with, I'm living in an assisted
An
living
assisted
home.
living.
They can still,
Right.
it's like, no, this is my house.
This is my house. And you know what I normally tell my residents? I tell them, sit back, kick your legs up, relax, and let the staff wait on you. You're retired, you live life, and
Thank you.
just go with it. So
You've earned this. You've
yes,
earned it. There's no shame
absolutely.
in it. I
Yeah.
love it. I love the whole concept. And how long have you been doing this?
Oh my goodness, it will be 12 years. So
Oh,
I've been an owner for 12 years, and I've been educating for about 5. So
okay.
teaching and
So in
educating for about
this,
5.
I love that. So in the 12 years, do you
Yes.
do you have like a crew of people that are under you? Let's say they want to be either, caregivers in someone's facility, or people who go out and start these. Are they now Donzella's, working under your umbrella, or how does that work?
So I wouldn't necessarily say that they work under my umbrella. So what I do is, I put them through through the training, and educate them. And if they want to contact me as being their mentor or their consultant, they can always come back to me. I'm always here.
Yeah,
But then
good.
sometimes people, they want to DM me all the time. I have a question. Wait a minute. Hold on. Go to my website, book a consultation, a one-on-one, so I can help you. You know what I mean? So
Yes,
you're
yes,
always going to have questions. I mean, I still learn every single day,
yeah,
but you have to understand that you have to have a passion for this type of work. You definitely
yeah,
have to have a passion for this type of work. And a lot of times people will say that, people are only in this for the money. No, not really. But yeah, we are. Of course, you have to
yeah,
provide great care. We're providing a service, but we should be getting paid for this service, just like you go to work
absolutely.
every single day, right? You don't expect to not get paid. You're providing a
Got that
service
right.
to the public,
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, but we earn every dollar that we
Oh,
make.
yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, my sister is my mother's caregiver,
Oh,
and it's a lot of
yeah,
work.
it's a
It's a
full time
lot.
on top of a full time job. It's like
It's
four
on
full time
top of a
jobs.
full-time job.
Absolutely.
And, so it really, when you came on my radar, I was thinking, wow, wouldn't that be something, for my sister to consider? So I'll
Mm,
probably circle around after the show
sure. Oh,
today
absolutely.
and just talk. So that being said, it's not just people in the DMV, it's people in different states that
Oh
you
my gosh.
coach that could
Oh,
get involved.
all over. I actually will be traveling to Houston in about 3 weeks. Um, People all over the US, they are thinking about getting into this business. So I teach individuals from California, North Carolina, you name it.
Yeah,
You name it. Like I said, it's not for everybody. And when they go through my
right,
seminar, they may say, what, unfortunately, I thought this is for me, but it's not. And I'm glad that I
right.
participated, and kind of heard what this is about a little more. Um,
Yeah.
Also, a lot of times people think that they can Google and try to figure out what this is all about. Nah, you can't do it.
That,
You know what I mean? So
yeah.
it's so much more. But I teach people all over the United States, and that's my passion, is to teach
Yeah.
individuals so that they can become successful and provide great care to these seniors that are living so
Yeah.
much longer.
Donzella, honestly, I mean, yes, you do it for the love of it, and it sparked your interest early, thanks to your friend who really just made you see what it is. But
Yeah,
in my opinion, you are sitting on a gold mine because think about it. I mean, the baby boomers are getting older, and
absolutely.
there's so many baby boomers, especially on the upper end
Oh,
of
sure.
it. And, just studies are just showing how people are living longer and people
Absolutely.
are pretty active in how they want to age.
Sure.
So people are willing to spend the money, a lot more money on an assisted living facility that really suits their needs.
Yeah,
So it's a great opportunity.
the oldest person, or the eldest person that I've ever had, she was 104 years old.
Whoa.
104. Yes.
Wow.
104.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty
Yes,
fantastic.
yes. 104.
Yeah, I'm so proud of you. And we
Thank
talked
you.
about I am. I
Thanks.
mean,
Thank
it's
you.
unique. It's not, something that I've ever come across. Someone who is, not only has an assisted living organization, but is teaching others. And that I commend you for that. I applaud.
Thank you
And for
so
those
much.
who
Thanks.
are watching and maybe considering it, I would encourage you to just go to theassistedlivingcoach.com. I think that's your
That's
website.
it. Sure. I
And
have a seminar coming up in August
oh,
14th. Yeah, virtually or in person in the DMV area. So go to my website, and if you're interested, click on the link and grab
good.
your ticket so you can get a seat.
Yeah, I love that. And I love how on your site people can, just get in touch with you. They can ask questions and, just join one of your seminars. Yeah,
Oh,
that's good.
absolutely.
There's no better way to kind of figure out whether or not this is something that you'd want to do. And for my purposes, of course, Pillow Talk, I'm always thinking of it, from a relationship standpoint.
Sure.
And, I mentioned that you're going to be on uh, fiance, family or fiance. So first of
Yes.
all, and that's on OWN TV. I've not
Yes.
seen the show, but can you just tell me what is that? Family or fiance? It's like is
So,
it what we talked about?
woo. Okay. Let me just give you a little taste. So, family or fiance is just that. It's about your family and your fiance's family. Okay.
Oh,
And you come together to see if they want you to move forward in getting married.
The
So,
families.
yeah, so of course you have different personalities, and as you can see, I have my own personality, and it gets a little hairy. So basically, it's just that, can the families come together? Are they going to give the approval for myself and my fiance to get married? Tune in August 13th at 9 p.m. I can't say
Oh,
anything else.
oh okay, well, I'll try to pry it out of you. You gotta, we should move on then. Oh, but okay. So you're on that episode. Good Lord. Can you
Yeah,
imagine? I think
yeah.
so. I'm engaged, and I do love my fiance's family, and he loves
Okay.
my family.
Oh, good.
I
Great.
think we'd be good on your show. But
Oh, good.
have you seen any drama with that yet on a show
With
like that where the families are
oh,
like,
oh yeah, this has been on for quite some time.
oh,
So, oh yeah, you have to watch it on
I
Saturday
think
night.
I'll.
It starts August 6th will be the first episode. We're episode 2 again, August 13th at 9 p.m. But oh yeah, it gets heated, dude. Yeah.
Okay, I know that's all you can say, but ooh, I'm gonna have to binge watch.
Yeah.
And this is not the first season, or is it?
Oh no. I
It's
think,
been
don't
on.
quote me. I think it's like season 4,
Oh, that's
3 or
okay.
4, 3 or
I will
4.
binge watch and catch
Yes.
up so I
You're
can
gonna be
catch
hooked.
you.
You're gonna be hooked.
Yeah. Oh, I already know, just given what you've just told me about it.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
That is great. I mean, and that will, of course, just increase your platform even
Thank you
more by
so much.
letting people know what you do,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So, all right. Jonathan says hello to both of us. Hi, Jonathan. Hi,
Hi,
Jonathan. I
Jonathan.
haven't seen you in forever. So, is there anything else before we let you go? Anything else you want us to know about your industry, about what you're doing, about, you know, anything?
So there are a lot of things that I'm working on now, or I should say that I completed as well. So I have 2 books that I wrote. My first book is called "I Did Not Ask for Your Permission: From Teen Mom to 7 Figures," and
Ooh,
yes, ma'am. And I also wrote a book called "The Power of Assisted Living," with all in 1 year. So you can go to donzellaburton.com to purchase those books. And
awesome.
I'm just working on myself as well, just being able to grow and just be a better me, you know.
That's awesome.
And anyone who is interested in getting into this $83.2 billion business, go to theassistedlivingcoach.com and you can register for our next seminar. Like I said, is Sunday, August 14th at 11 a.m.
And on Saturday, August 13th, check her out on OWN TV, Family or Fiance Girl.
Yes, yes, yes.
I will have my popcorn. I will be ready.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and you know what? You'll probably get a
Drama.
glass of wine too.
Okay, exactly. Thank you so much for
Thanks for
joining us.
having
This
me.
has been such a pleasure just getting to know you. I love what you're doing. And I
Thank you
think all
so
of us who
much.
are watching, this is going to live on my Facebook page, my YouTube page. And then come Sunday night, you listen to 96.3 WHUR, the #1 station in the
Awesome.
DMV, and you
Awesome.
will hear her right here on Pillow Talk with Angela. Have a
Thank you
great
so
night,
much.
everybody. You're welcome. Thank you so much.
Take
This
care.
has been so much fun. And she came up sharp, got her hat on and everything. You dressed
You.
up for us. This is probably your
Thank you.
everyday. She's just fabulous.
Take
Thank you so much. Have a
care.
great night,
Sure.
everybody.
You too.